All right, everybody. Here we are. We've got this episode, next episode, four more, counting this one, episodes of crew football left. So I know, it's coming to an end, but this is a big episode because today we're going to be talking about the rematch. Yep. And if you guys don't remember, which I think everybody does, it was awful. That last game was terrible. Oh man, that was hard to watch. And the worst part about it was just those guys were so mean. Oh man, I couldn't stand it. And then the worst part was is when they were like saying bad comments to the players and then to me too. I was standing out in like 95-degree weather. Oh dude, I was so hot. Oh, that was awful. So I really hope that this time doesn't go like that last time because that was terrible. That was bad. Oh man, yeah, I was hard. But this time it's different because they're gonna be at Hardin Simmons this time. But last year they were at this is last year by the way they were at Hardin Simmons and they lost 24-14. Um, so we were actually doing good. It was tied, and then Hardin Simmons just went on a run, and it just kind of went downhill from there. So, but the thing is, what is it going to be different this time? What's it going to be like? Is it going to go the same way as last time, or is it, I mean, the thing that is just even having the home advantage, it didn't help at all, which was, that was very disappointing. So now we're going on the road against them. Last year we didn't play them at home; we only played them on the road. So with Hardin Simmons having the home advantage, what's that going to be like? Is it going to work the same way as last time, or are they going to be overconfident like we were last matchup when we were at home and then drop the ball? Another one is I have a question: who's going to be the X factor? Who's going to be that player that's going to show out and be the team leader and just give it their all and then motivate everybody else? Oops, sorry. Um, yeah. So that's my question. I don't know who that's going to be. Let me pull up the roster. Um, for offense, I don't even know. For defense, it's probably gonna be Duran Hill. But the defense, I gotta say though, last time our defense was really not there at all. Our defense was not great. Seriously, and I'm not trying to be mean, but our defense was bad that game. Out of all the games, like our defense was good. Other than that Harden Simmons game, our defense was terrible. So I really hope that the defense can pick it up this time and be able to run like they usually do because that was hard. I mean, the wide receivers were wide open, getting in left and right. It was just, yeah, that was so. I really hope that our defense can prevail this time and be able to. Because if our defense does better, then they're in trouble because their defense is not great. So they have not. Their defense is not good at all. So it just depends on how our defense plays against their offense. Because if our defense plays better, we have a huge chance on winning. That's just how it's going to work. All we have to do is just play defense like we have against every other team, and the chances of them winning are pretty slim, in my opinion. And if you disagree, good for you. I really could care less about your opinion. Let's see. Yeah. So that's the thing also, like, what will the Crew's offense do to strategize to be like, okay, this time, how are they going to get more guys open? Because last time that was really hard. They couldn't really find a way to get guys and be able to pass the ball and be able to get it open for them to have them get numbers on the board. So what are they going to do this time to be able to find a little weak spot in Harden-Simmons' game to where they're like, okay, well, they're really lackluster on that part. We should go for that. Because last time we played, there was, because I'm not a big football analyst guy. I'm more on basketball, so I can't tell you what that is. But I wonder what the weakness is that they're going to find in Harden-Simmons' defense. Their defense is not great, though, I will say, but we had a tough time scoring. We didn't score till the fourth quarter. I mean, it was 44-0 from the first three quarters, and then we scored 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. But how's that going to be? How's that going to go? So, and also, oh shoot, what was I going to say? Yeah. I wonder also who, like, for defense, because I want to see what Joey Johnson can do, because I think he can do, if he can get out there and get some interceptions, that'd be great. Same with him. Well, Morris is always going to play good. Hill's always going to play good. Also like to see what Rob Williams can do, and I'm very interested, JJ, and definitely interested also with Sam, but definitely interested to see what Ethan can do, because Ethan actually had an interception against them that last time. Excuse me, my throat's kind of dry. Also, what Gavin can do, Johnny can do. So, I want to see what these guys this time. Oh, and Trey, how they'll come together this time and be like, okay, last time what we were doing didn't work. What can we do differently this time to make it work to where we can be like, yeah, this is working. What we did last time didn't work. How will this time, So I'm interested to see what that game plan will be. And for Jake, because Jake's going to be starting this time, I want to see what he can do against Harden-Simmons. I want to see what they'll be able to do. Because last time, what was it last game? Oh yeah, well, I'm not even going to go bother with that. I can't even look at it. Let's see. His first start on the road, he had 268 yards and 2 touchdown passes. Then his second game on the road, he had 192 and 3 touchdown passes, 14 completions. How many did he have? And 22 completions for that for the first game on the road. No. Yeah. So I want to see. Because for Harden-Simmons, the Harden-Simmons stats he had. Oh yeah, I've got to go over here. He had 12 completions, 226 yards, 1 touchdown pass. So this time around, what's it going to be like? Are we going to be seeing the same numbers? I would assume. Maybe even more if their offense gets it going. And who will he be passing it to is the big question. Because last time when they played, his passing leaders were, see that they didn't really get that much receiving. Pause. But what about for the ETBU game on the road? So AJ had 41. Okay, so it was AJ. I don't know how you say his name. RD, I'll call him. And TJ were the options for that game. And then for the the Howard Payne game, the options were Cephas, AJ, and TJ. So, but that'll be interesting to see who the targets are going to be and who Harden-Simmons is going to sag off more on. Because obviously they're picking their targets on. They're like, okay, this guy's going to be good. But then it's going to open up opportunities for other guys because they can't be laser focused on every wide receiver. So that's the thing. Who are they going to sag off on? And who's it going to be like, oh, yeah, okay, I'm just going to pass it here because they're all on, let's say, RD. So let's see. Okay, they're sagging off on TJ. I'm going to be able to get TJ. And like they're leaving TJ open a lot more. I'm just using that as an example. I don't know if that's what's going to happen. So I want to see who they're going to belittle and then be like, oh, this guy can't do it. And then watch he's going to have like a couple touchdowns. So that'll be interesting. And then obviously I would like to see what the running game is going to be like too, with because Ferguson and Osborne and Dante Blake. I don't know. He took kind of an injury. I don't know if he's going to play or not. Because I know last time when I was watching the ETBU game, he had a little bit of an injury that happened. So if he doesn't play, it's probably going to be Cam and Asa. But if Dante plays, he's going to get the ball probably the most because of how good he's been playing for the run game. Also, I'd want to see what Chris Gaycan can do because I'd really like to see what he can do against Harden Simmons because last time... yeah, he had 55 yards, and the longest was 41. So this time, will he become a target again, or will they be on him more because of how many yards he had last time? You know what I mean? That's just I really want to see. I'm anxious to see that. But the big question is, will the defense have a better performance than last time? And I hope they do, because that was really hard. So I will see you guys in the next video. It's kind of a quick one, but there's not that much to cover. I really hope we pull it off this time. So I will see you guys in the next one. Go Crew.